Welcome back. Chapter 26, Part 2.
Today we'll be finishing the riveting on the bottom skins, finishing Chapter 26. Enjoy. Alrighty, real quick, I have found with these floor stiffeners that I'm having to use the reduced diameter dimple die, at least for the female portion, just to prevent any interference with the flange here. These holes are pretty tight in towards the radius. You'll see, let me get a close shot, but see there's the male portion of that dimple die. Here's the reduced diameter dimple die, and you'll see that sits nicely in there. With the larger one, I'll show you real quick, with the standard die, you'll notice again, same male portion there, but you would have some interference there with the edge of the flange. So these have been handy, having these smaller diameter dimple dies for both the number 4 and number 3 rivet. Very useful. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get the other, the top side of the flange here dimpled for the larger rivets, and then we'll keep moving forward and start dimpling skins. So get back to it. Machine countersinking is done. Basically just machine countersinking wherever it overlaps another piece of material on the backside. So all that's done on each of these bulkheads. And the bottom one here, of course, is the entire length of it. So I'll probably end up priming. Back with the wings, I think I used a Q-tip. That was a pain. So what I'll probably end up doing is just taping off the area and then just spraying a coat of self-etch primer across it, just because it is a major spar there, just to kind of give it some protection back. But anyway, next up is dimpling, and then we'll be ready for riveting. So we'll get to it. So I did choose to go ahead and prime just the bulkheads here. Main reason because I did countersink, so I did technically remove the alcad layer wherever I countersunk, where the flanges overlap. Did I really have to? Probably not, but I had the paint out, I had the tape, might as well hit it real quick. So just threw some tape down, hit it with primer across the way. Again, I'm the wrong person to ask about primer. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I don't foresee any corrosion issues here. But you make your own informed decisions based on where you live, where your plane's gonna live. But I'm the wrong person to ask about primer. this solo is hard, but I am finding, I'm at the seat ribs currently, but I am able to get to the innermost seat rib with some reach. So if you're 6 foot tall, maybe up, maybe probably easier as you're taller, but you can do it. It's just hard. You have to hug the plane. So be a plane hugger, and you can get to this, at least this innermost rib, which is great because I can do the same thing on the other side working out. I don't think I'm going to be able to reach like the dead center rivets here, but it's kind of nice to know. I don't have anyone else to work with me right now. Amanda's working, so it is doable solo. At least from what I can tell, most of the rivets are going to be doable solo. So it's awesome. I don't know why, but it makes me winded. I feel like bracing my core while I'm doing it, hugging the plane, trying not to knock things over. I don't know why I'm winded. I need to get on the Peloton more. Hello.
You got the manliest job ever.
How's it going?
It's going.
Really good. Handy bucking bar here. This is my Papa's old bucking bar. Used on his builds, so it's neat to use it and keep it building airplanes. So anyway, it's handy to be able to get around with that flange, kind of similar to everywhere else. Tail cone, wing skins, anytime these stiffeners are at play, the flange on them tends to cover a rivet underneath, so tucks up nicely underneath it for bucking. So now all I have left is the overlaps. So I'm gonna go up one rivet size. I think it's up to a -4 rivet. And anyways, hit these little taps. Those will be easy, and we'll find out where we want to go from there. Whew, I am maxed out on all limb length here. This is brutal. Praise the Lord. We're good. We're in spec. Alright, that was the hardest one. That was fully maxed out. There's no way I can get any further inboard of that tunnel area there. So next will be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta find some way to get into this last channel here. I'll figure that after, but now I got these 4 real quick. Today, so far, solo, I've been able to get all of these done, all these rivets here done, which is awesome. Because I know that I can replicate the same thing tomorrow or whenever I can get out here next. I'm going to start here, kind of work up and to the right there, kind of like how I worked up and to the left there. So I know I can get all of those done. I know for a fact that I cannot get these in the middle. Those have parts of, I guess, the tunnel that's in the way. So those will have to be a 2-man job, but I know I can finish those off to the right. Fairly certain I can knock out a lot of these floor stiffeners at the bottom there, but it's really, I'm happy with how far I'm able to get alone. It's slow moving, but if you're on the taller end, I'm 6 foot, or just a little bit over 6 foot, and the wingspan allowed me to get to these. These were a pain, but I'm happy. Got all the antenna doublers in place there. We call it quits for the night. It is midnight. Yeah, we'll get back to it hopefully tomorrow and see how much further we can get. So we'll see you then. So I think that I made, not necessarily a mistake, but I chose the wrong way to, actually I'm going to call it a mistake. I made a mistake. When I made these doublers, I don't know why I countersunk this very top one to receive the dimple of the skin. It's 0.040, I guess it's 0.04 inch thickness material, which can be dimpled. So I don't know why the heck I countersunk it, because when you countersunk, it can accept a countersink. I did look into that, but you are left with barely any material left over supporting the hull, and it countersunk well. I don't think I had any walking or anything, but I think what it did is when I went to buck these rivets, and same with the other side over there, if I wasn't damn perfect with the bucking bar, it wanted to lean. So like on that one over there, I ended up using an oops rivet. This one here, I'm gonna end up having to drill out 3 rivets. There we go, hopefully that stays focused. That one there, hopefully you can see leaned downward. It could be fine to leave, but I can see the outer edge of the countersunk hole. That one there has a fat crack on it, and right down the center. Maybe I could leave it, I don't know. And then that one there for sure leaned over. You probably see there's a black speck in the upper right hand corner where it fully leaned over. Man, these are brutal. If I was to make these again, I would definitely just dimple it and have all 3 layers dimpled. You have the skin dimpled, the spacer for the rib thickness dimpled, and this top part, I don't know what I was thinking, countersinking, but I don't know. Anywho, I'm gonna get those drilled out and I'm gonna reassess the situation. I may end up just throwing in MK319BS, those pop rivet, countersunk pop rivets that take a number 33 drill. So slightly larger drill than that. So that's likely what I'll end up doing, because I really don't want to keep screwing things up trying to buck this. Alright, I went ahead and reamed it out for an MK319BS rivet. This reamer I picked up recently just for using with these rivets, just get a cleaner hole. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in there, call it a day. These rivets were used elsewhere in the plane. I wanted to have it consistently all solids, but at this point I'm gonna waste too much time trying to make this work. So anyway, I'm gonna knock this out, shut up, and get back to riveting and continue on. I know that I said I was going to get to building and stop recording, but this is too good not to share. This section here, really hard to get inside of. I don't know where else I had to do it. Somewhere. I forget where I was riveting there previously. Oh, up top. Anyways, getting in this section, I think previously I was getting the bucking bar in there, which is fine. It's a pain in the it's being honest, it's a pain. But this special bucking bar, which I think was for the elevator, but anyway, from Cleveland Aircraft Tools, using the back end of it, lines in there perfectly fine. It's super heavy, bucks super quick, but that is the way to do it. I'll show you real quick. I'm gonna load a rivet. You're probably not gonna be able to see. It's so hard to get camera angles with this part here, but I'm going to throw one in. And one more burr. So much easier using this special bucking bar. But perfect looking rivet. I'm happy. I have another, I don't know, 3 or 4 on this side here, but we'll do those using this bucking bar. But I'm gonna shut up now, get back to building. Done with this corner, done with that corner. Now, gotta go way up there. That is all that I can do alone. All right. Well, I am very happy with how that turned out. Being able to get in here on that step stool, which seemed a little bit janky, but I did not fall, did not cause any issues, so I'm happy. Rivets all look good. So next time you see me, I'll be in here with someone else knocking out the that chunk, and that chunk of rivets there. So call it quits for the night, and we'll get back out here possibly tomorrow or another day. So we'll see you then. She's impressed with me.
I am impressed. This is hard. He's bruised all the way up his arms.
No, that was you.
From trying to wrap
I keep
around.
getting asked if Amanda kicked my butt.
I did not.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Ready?
Going.
Good.
Last one.
Last rivet on the whole plane.
Then we're gonna fly it. No! No! I knew it.
Yeah,
Why
that's
did
okay.
I say something?
I made a leaner.
No!
Got it. Good.
Woo!
Now we're done. You start the outro. Go!
What do you want to say? What do you want to say, Nacho?
I have no clue. I normally just talk. All right.
Section 26, part 2 of 2 done. I finally was able to help Austin. He did like 98% of this on his own, wrapped around with his long wingspan.
Still recovering.
Still recovering, but
people keep asking me what's going on.
I know, it's my fault. But I was able to help him today, and so we finished the ones that he could not reach as much as he tried, and they look beautiful.
Yeah.
So section 27 is next. You're gonna start that tomorrow.
Starting that tomorrow. So, anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feedback, or you just want to say hi down in the comments down below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Adios.